Okay. Long time no see. I work later, but I was off last night, so I got up early today, and I figure, I'm kind of in a talking mood, so I'm gonna make a video because the last time I came on YouTube, I feel like I wasn't hysterical, but I was really emotional. It wasn't really one of my more positive videos. Hey, I was just being real. And kind of it's like, how do you make a video like that and then not do a follow up? So pretty much that's what this is gonna be. I think in my last video, I haven't even watched it, but I believe in my last video I talked about work. I talked about COVID. I talked about how the death rate was like crazy at the time. I think I had lost like 8 patients in 1 week. I just really didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I was looking around and I didn't see any patients that were gonna make it. I was working way too much. I think I had mentioned that like my hair was falling out. Um, so this is just a bit, and I was crying. I literally cried. I talked about like, some things in my life I think that have caught up to me. So yeah, this will just be like a follow up and let you guys know how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. Mentally, I feel like I'm at like a 7. I feel like I'm at a 7 right now, much better than I was when I made that last video. As far as work, COVID is really weird. Like, as hard and fast as it hits, it's like it leaves the same way. So like the first wave that we had, it hit hard and fast, and it left. And then we had the holidays, and then it came back 10 times harder. But just from the last month that I had made the video, I think we have maybe like 5 people on life support in the hospital, and that's it. Our COVID rate is down a lot. Our work is down a lot. We're actually like getting canceled from work, because we're overstaffed. So we went from being way understaffed to overstaffed. So it looks like things are on the upside, like they're getting better. I do have to admit though, it's not getting better. It's getting better because, the vaccine rolled out, and people, the stay at home order and all that stuff, but also the people that we did have in the hospital, they're dead. So it's like our rate has went down because they're dying. The last of the last that are on life support, people on life support from COVID, like they can stay on life support for maybe like 2-3 months if you really let them. So we have people that have trachs now, which is a hole in their throat, and they're on life support. We have people that have trachs and they've been in the hospital since about like December. It's March. So and it's like, sadly, like their bodies like are giving out, and they're ended up dying. So it's like the last of the last is just like trickling out of the hospital. So the death rate, all that stuff, I mean, that's pretty much not really an issue anymore, but definitely the PTSD from COVID still exists, if you will. I really can't explain what I've been through in the past year, at work, take my personal life out of it. It's been, really, really tough in general. I mean, I really don't know how to explain it because it's like, unless you were there, like going through it with me, like my coworkers are always the best ones that I could talk to about my feelings regarding COVID, because they were right there alongside with me dealing with what I was dealing with. And the most that someone outside of work can tell me to console me is it'll be okay and you're very strong and all these things. But I mean, like, I literally cannot even count the amount of dead bodies that I've seen. I can't count the amount of patients that I've had to perform CPR on and have lost due to COVID-19. So, I mean, definitely stressful times. Definitely stressful times. But like I said, that's on the upside. I we had got to a point at work to where we were so short that they offered us a really good incentive. The incentive was $30 extra an hour on top of what we already make. The deal was that we had to work one extra shift. So for every extra shift that you worked, which I worked full time, so I already worked 6 shifts. So my 7th shift would be $30 extra an hour for the whole shift. But then we ended up just needing therapists so much that they told us, hey, look, if you work 2 extra shifts, so that would make 8 shifts in the pay period, all 8 of your shifts will be $30 extra an hour. Now, I already worked 2 jobs and I told myself, it's not worth it. But then when they did that, all your extra shifts will be $30 extra. I was like, you know what? I'm a hustler. I'm a very, very money hungry person at this point in my life. And I was like, there's no way I can pass that up. So for a couple pay periods, I worked my 2 jobs plus 2 extras. I ended up working like 12 days straight. I had a lot of long stretches. The payoff was that I did have a couple of paychecks where honestly my checks were like $6,800 every 2 weeks. So I grinded it out, I thugged it out, but a result of that was just, oh my God, like the physical and emotional like exhaustion that I went through. Like I felt like a straight zombie. I lost a lot of weight. I lost maybe like 10 pounds. I still am like a little, on the thin side. But I lost a lot of weight because I was just going home from work and sleeping and waking up just to go to work and do it all over again, staying up overnight. We already know that's not natural for your body. And I was just like doing it so much and in a row. Like I really wasn't even eating. Like I was so exhausted that I'd come home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work. I would just eat like a little snack. DoorDash, dude, I need to invest in DoorDash because I spent so much money on DoorDash. Like the past couple months, I just DoorDash shit at work all the time. But that's like the only time I eat, and then I'll come home and go to sleep. And like I've just been super exhausted. I feel like I still feel the effects of that. Like I'm super exhausted, and that's that really. As far as like, I also feel like I'm dealing with like a little bit of health issues. Like I turned 30 and it's like my life is just it's catching up to me. It's catching up to me. And I feel like, to be quite honest, like I'm chronically dehydrated. I've always been the type of person where I don't drink a lot of water. I need to do a lot better. But I've developed several symptoms. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with my diet because I'm probably not getting nutrients, and I probably haven't been getting a lot of nutrients since I've started night shift, which is like 2 years now. My hair, let me see. I don't know if y'all can see, but like my hair, it's just really thin. My hair is really thin. I know you guys really don't know my hair, but I know my hair. My hair is really thin right now. It's dry, it's brittle, it's falling out like from the pore. It's not even breaking off. I still have my length, but I've lost maybe like 50% of the hair on my head in the past 4 months. I'm trying to figure that out. I do know that I need to drink a lot of water. I need to just grease my scalp and like condition and deep, and I really just have not been doing that. Like the self neglect has been real. The self neglect has been real. I've literally just been going to work and like taking care of other people. But as far as myself, the past couple months, that's definitely fallen off. So I actually see a dermatologist because I don't know. We're trying to figure out if okay, there was like a couple videos ago when I told you like I was getting like this rash and I was like really itchy and I didn't know if it was from my stethoscope. But ever since I've been a respiratory therapist, I've just been rashy. Like the eczema is out of control. I'm rashy and I have creams and stuff that keep it at bay, but I think that I developed like eczema like on my scalp really. I do wear a lot of extensions, a lot of braids, a lot of weaves. That's just my thing. Like I love fake hair. But I probably have developed, your body changes like over the years and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I've developed an allergy to something in the synthetic hair, which I wasn't aware about. So months of that, months of like scratching, dry scalp, it's taken my hair out. So I'm in the process of like I'm probably gonna cut my hair off. I'm just saying I'm like hanging on to it because I have this attachment. What girl doesn't? But I'm probably gonna cut my hair off. I don't know how short. That's like a whole nother video, but that's what's going on with my hair. It's still going on. I don't have like itchy, dry, flaky, not anymore. Because I've been given like a prescription, like literally hair oil that's made the inflammation and like everything calm down. Um, but I mean, that shit is stressful in itself. Like, I'm a girl. I'm not like totally into vanity, but I do like looking good. So, and my hair, I mean, I feel like I don't even have to explain like what your hair means to you. So like I've cried multiple times, like every day, still like this morning before I did my braids, I lost hair. I'm losing a lot of freaking hair. Um, and that's just that. I need to do better when it comes to my health. I realized that this last year, and like I said, I've developed some stomach issues. My hair has been falling out. My eczema is like out of control, which all could be stress as well. But I do know that I need to like take probiotics, and oh my god, my water intake, like it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing the amount of water that I don't drink every day. And when you calculate that over a year and a half, or 2 years, it's like, bitch, how are you alive? Like my insides are like probably like dying right now because I need to drink more water. So that's that. Mentally, I said I'm at like a 7. I'm just getting back on track. And number one thing is like my health, fuck everything else. But like I've literally been going through some things. I just need to get that back on track. But I feel pretty good. I got a new wealth coach, is what I call him. He is in the top 1% in the country. This man is incredible. Shout out to my coworker. One of the best things about working where I work, and just getting out of my hometown, is that I get to network really. Like, we know that I don't want to be a respiratory therapist forever. Absolutely not. And after COVID, I really made that decision. But what was I gonna say? The people that I'm meeting along my journey, my life journey, are absolutely incredible, and my coworkers are amazing. They have so many connections that are of benefit to me, and that's not why I like them, but I mean, like, it's the networking for me. They care about me. People want to see me succeed, and they're giving me tools to help me do that. And so through one of my coworkers, I got linked up with my wealth coach, who's incredible. He's so smart. Like, my current financial advisor could never. Like, the thought process about money and just the ways that you can use money is out of this world. So I'm in the process of doing that. And, this whole millionaire, this mission to be a millionaire, like, it's still real. It's still very, very real. Um, so, I'm trying to start a business. I'm trying to make sound, really good money decisions. So, I mean, I am really stressed out, and I try to stay busy on purpose because I don't want to think about other things. Um, so with that being said, it's like I need a break, which, oh my God, I just actually um, took a break. So I went to Hawaii for 5 days, and I went by myself, kind of like on, my little spiritual journey. This path has been absolutely incredible. Um, and I realized at work I had a stretch of 5 days off. So, and it was like maybe 4 or 5 days before I actually went on the trip. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm gonna go. So I bought plane ticket, hotel, all this stuff, maybe like 5 days before I actually went. And I'm a respiratory therapist. My days off are really inconsistent. My days off don't match with other people. Other people may not have the funds that I have on hand, like readily, like me. So I really didn't tell a soul. I didn't tell family. I didn't tell friends. I did tell a couple of my coworkers because they are Hawaiian, and they've been before, and so I wanted like kind of like just a little blueprint of like what to expect, how to get there with COVID. I had to get tested before and like all this other stuff. So I did tell a couple coworkers, but other than that, I really didn't mention it to anybody. I didn't do it for any accolades or props or anything like that. I really just wanted to get away. This was like a week and a half ago, and I went to Oahu. I went to the capital, Honolulu, Waikiki Beach. I went there and I went by myself. And I mean, I had certain intentions for that trip. Hopefully, to figure a couple things out. But I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to figure out in the amount of time that I was there. You know what I mean? You can't just answer all your life questions in 5 days. Um, but I mean, it was so beautiful. I cried a couple of times, thinking about certain situations and um, just certain things that have unfolded in my life. And, everything happens for a reason. You know, some things I really don't understand, and some of them are my own choices. So it's like just living with certain things, and I don't want to cause any more damage than I feel like I've already caused in certain areas, with certain people. So like I'm really hesitant to reach out. I'm really hesitant to express how I'm really feeling because, it's just a sticky situation. It's a sticky situation. Um, but anyways, one thing that I did really honestly figure out while I was out there in Hawaii is that I'm probably going to quit one of my jobs, which might be a shock to you guys. It's kind of a shock to myself, but like I said, I do feel like it's fueled by COVID. I'm tired. I'm tired, and like I said, I'm a really money hungry person, but money isn't everything. And I've been doing pretty good with stocks to the point to where I can almost quit my per diem job and have supplemented everything that I've made, you know what I mean, that I make there with stocks. So it's just a fear. I'm at a point in my life to where I don't want fear to make decisions for me anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so used to the income that I make having two jobs that losing one of them I feel is really scary. But at the same time, on I know that I'm not living my purpose completely being a respiratory therapist. We've already had discussions about this. This isn't really my purpose. It's a vessel to get me to my purpose. And there's no better time, there's no better way to slowly back off and prove to myself that I can do it. I can really do it. I can really be an entrepreneur, and I can really live the life that I want to live. Okay. Um, but that's really it. If you follow me on Instagram, you did see my stories, you saw my pictures of Hawaii. That shit was incredible. I had so much fun, and I was by myself. It takes, I could have never did that a year ago. It takes a certain level of confidence, a certain level of just, I don't know, something, it's literally something inside of you, but it takes a certain thing. And that's how I know that I'm growing. I'm growing spiritually. I'm growing. Um, I was able to do it, and I didn't feel weird at all. I was so happy to be alone, and do these things just alone. Like, oh my God. Anyways, I'm looking at the time right now. It's been 21 minutes. I don't know how I've talked for 21 minutes. Half you guys probably still aren't even paying attention. Um, but I just really wanted to update you on the status of, it's like it's just a follow up. It's a follow up on what's going on. This video, if you haven't noticed, it's a better quality. I bought a tripod, not for YouTube, but for my trip to Hawaii. I was going alone, so I needed to be able to take pictures of myself. So I bought a tripod, and I figured I'll just start using it for this. And I already really like the lighting situation. I really like what's going on here, so I'll probably use it. But that's it. That's it. It feels good to make a video and be in a really good, a good headspace. If you guys have any questions, as always, just ask. I'll be here. I'll be answering some questions in my comments, because I know I've been getting comments, questions and stuff, and I've been just staring at them and not replying, and it's nothing personal. I just been going through some things. So I'll get on that. I'll be replying, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay.